Finding a good Prebuilt PC on Amazon can be a really hard task, especially if you don't know anything about computers. Trust me, on Amazon there are a bunch of gaming desktops that you definitely don't want to buy if you want a good performance for the price. For that reason, I will show you different gaming PCs for different budgets, and I will explain to you what these PCs are capable of running. That way, even if you don't know anything about computers, you will know what to expect out of these systems. But I will also tell you the specifications in case you have some knowledge about the PCs themselves. Now, there are some budgets that won't be covered on this video, but don't worry about it because you will have them in the video description. So for example, I didn't put a $3,000 gaming PC here. So if your budget is $3,000, don't worry about it because you will have those alternatives in the description, as well with every gaming PC that I'm about to mention. That being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the NSX Gaming PC. This one comes with the i5-10400F and the RTX 2060 alongside 16 gigs of RAM and 480 gigs of SSD. If you don't know anything about computers, this PC is basically a really solid 1080p system for the price of $800. Now, like I mentioned previously, if your budget is below $800, those PCs will be covered in the description. But if your budget is around $800, I think the system is pretty solid. The airflow looks good, and overall the i5-10400F and the RTX 2060 is still a really good combo in 2023. There's no game that you won't be able to run at least 60 FPS on average. Of course, it's going to depend on the games and the settings, but overall, this is a really good deal. And if you're looking to play esports titles such as Fortnite, Valorant or CSGO, you will be able to run those games at above 144 FPS on average, so please feel free to go with the high refresh rate 1080p monitor. With the next one, we have the Skytech Shiva 2. This one has the i5-12400F, which is better than the 10400F, and the RTX 3060, which is better than the 2060. You also get 500 gigs of SSD and 16 gigs of RAM for the price of $950 after applying the $50 coupon that you can use right now. Basically, this is the same system but newer than the last one. You get newer generations on both the CPU and GPU, so this is still a 1080p combination, but you can also play at 1440p if all that you're going to play are esports titles or games like GTA 5. And of course, you will be seeing much better FPS than the last one in every single game. So maybe with the last one, you will be able to achieve 60 plus FPS on average in a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, medium to high settings. Well, on this one, you will be able to achieve 60 plus FPS on average on ultra settings. With the next one, we have a more expensive system. We are talking about the Thermaltake Shadow 370. This one has the AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, 16 gigs of RAM, the RTX 3070, and 1 TB of NVMe SSD. Now, this one is $450 more expensive than the last one. In my opinion, it's worth the price difference because you are getting a much better PC overall. You are getting the Ryzen 5 5600, which is really similar to the i5-12400F, but then you get the RTX 3070, which is much better than the RTX 3060 when it comes to gaming and content creation. You also get more storage, so if you want to download a bunch of games, this is a huge advantage on this system. On top of that, it comes with an RGB liquid cooler for the Ryzen 5 5600X. It's definitely not needed. I think that it's an overkill. However, it's nice to have in case you want to upgrade to a better CPU in the future. The RTX 3070 is a 1440p graphics card. If you're just planning to play at 1080p, then I wouldn't spend this amount of money because you would be overspending considering that your monitor is a 1080p resolution one. However, if you play at 1440p, the difference between the RTX 3070 and the RTX 3060 is huge. With the next one, we have a high-end PC already. We are talking about the Skytech Azure Gaming PC. This one comes with the Ryzen 7 5800X, which is still a great CPU even for 4K gaming. And then you get the RTX 4070 Ti. I currently have the 4070 Ti on my PC build, and let me tell you that for 1440p high FPS, it's a beast. You also get a TB of SSD, 16 gigs of RAM, a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, which is still an overkill even for this Ryzen 7, and then you get an 850 watt 80 plus gold power supply. Now, the 4070 Ti is marketed as a 1440p high FPS GPU, which it is, but you can also use this PC for 4K gaming. So if you have a 4K monitor, please do not hesitate to buy this one if you're not looking to spend more than $2,000. The price of this system is $1,900 after you apply the $100 coupon. The airflow is pretty decent as well, so overall you're getting a great system for a really good price considering that's a pre-built system. But of course, if you want to build it yourself, you will get a better price to performance PC overall, and you will have my playlist about the best PC builds in the top right of the screen in case you're interested. I've tested the 4070 Ti even on a game like Flight Simulator 2020, ultra settings, and it can achieve 70 plus FPS without any issues in a city like New York City. If you want to use this for esports titles, you can buy a 1440p 240Hz monitor to have the best experience possible. And last but definitely not least, we are talking about the best of the best on the market for Amazon. This is the NSX Gaming Desktop. It comes with the i9-13900KF, 64 gigs of DDR5 memory, which is an overkill for most people. Now, if you're a content creator, this is going to be really helpful. And then you get the RTX 4090. You also get 1TB of SSD and 6TB of hard drive alongside a 1000W 80 plus volt power supply. If you're looking for the best of the best, we are talking about 4K gaming, ultra settings with the highest FPS. This is the one that you should be going with. However, it's really expensive. The price for this system is $4,120, making it the most expensive PC out of this list. If you want to go for 4K gaming, ultra high FPS, but you don't want to spend $4,000, you have plenty of options with the RTX 4080, which is not as powerful as the 4090, but you will be getting excellent FPS at 4K anyway. And like I said at the beginning, those will be in the description because I don't want to make this video too long. But basically, if you want the best of the best, this one is the one to go with. If you are willing to buy from other companies that are not Amazon, which is actually a good idea, then in the top right of the screen, alongside the PC build playlist, you will have my video about the best Prebuilt PCs of the month. I update these videos monthly, so you will see the best Prebuilt PCs available on the whole market on that video. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I will try to reply as fast as possible. Even if you have a question for a PC build or a Prebuilt PC, whatever the question might be, please send it on the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe, but most importantly, hit that bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of content and you help this channel to grow. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.